10 things that are forbidden for tourists to do in Italy to avoid fines or trouble. 1. Sitting on historical monuments. Sitting on famous fountains like the Trevi Fountain in Rome is prohibited. Police will fine you or ask you to leave. 2. Eating or drinking in certain public places in cities like Rome, Florence, and Venice. Eating near historical landmarks is forbidden to protect the sites. 3. Swimming in fountains. Jumping or dipping your feet in public fountains is illegal and can result in fines. 4. Walking around in a swimsuit in cities like Venice, Florence, and Rome. Wearing a swimsuit in public streets can lead to fines. 5. Littering or damaging historical sites, dropping trash, graffiti, or damaging heritage sites like the Colosseum or the Leaning Tower of Pisa can lead to heavy fines or even legal action. 6. Buying fake designer goods from street vendors, purchasing counterfeit bags, sunglasses, or other items from illegal street vendors is against the law and can result in a fine of up to 7,000 euros. 7. Making too much noise at night in many cities. Noise restrictions are strict after 11 p.m., especially in residential areas. 8. Dragging suitcases on historical steps in Venice. Pulling wheeled suitcases over historical bridges and steps is prohibited to prevent damage. 9. Feeding pigeons in Venice, feeding pigeons in St. Mark's Square is illegal because it causes damage to historical buildings. 10. Climbing or lying down on public landmarks, climbing statues, lying on church steps, or sitting in certain areas of famous landmarks is banned. Forbidden things for tourists in Rome. 1. Sitting or eating on the Spanish Steps. The Spanish Steps are a UNESCO heritage site. Sitting, eating, or drinking on them is strictly prohibited, with fines up to 400 euros. 2. Jumping or bathing in fountains. Public fountains like the Trevi Fountain, Piazza Navona, or Piazza Venezia are for admiration, not swimming. Bumping in can cost you 500 euros or more in fines. Wait. Dragging wheeled suitcases on historic steps in places like the Spanish Steps or Capitoline Hill. Dragging luggage damages the structure, leading to hefty fines. 4. Drinking alcohol at night in public spaces after 11 p.m. Drinking alcohol in public places like piazzas and parks is banned. Some areas have a stricter cutoff at 10 p.m. 5. Dressing inappropriately for churches at St. Peter's Basilica, Pantheon, and other religious sites. Shorts, miniskirts, and sleeveless tops are not allowed. Security may deny entry. 6. Writing or carving on historical monuments. Defacing sites like the Colosseum or Roman Forum can result in a fine of thousands of euros and even legal charges. 7. Loud behavior in residential areas. Rome has strict noise regulations, especially in Trastevere and historic neighborhoods after 11 p.m. 8. Buying from unlicensed street vendors, buying fake bags. Sunglasses or bracelets from street sellers can lead to a 7,000 euros fine. Authorities also confiscate the goods. 9. Riding shared electric scooters in restricted areas. In Rome's historic center, electric scooters are banned from certain pedestrian areas. You must park them properly, or you risk a fine. 10. Feeding pigeons in public squares. Feeding pigeons near places like Piazza Venezia or the Colosseum is discouraged, as they damage buildings and carry diseases. Forbidden things for tourists in Venice. 1. Sitting on bridges or steps of historical buildings. Venice has laws against sitting on bridges or church steps, especially in places like Rialto Bridge and St. Mark's Basilica. Fines range from 100 euros to 400 euros. 2. Eating in restricted areas, eating in public spaces near St. Mark's Square. Rialto Bridge and the Grand Canal is not allowed. Police enforce fines to keep the city clean. 3. Swimming or dipping feet in canals or fountains. Venice's canals are not for swimming. Jumping into the water can lead to a fine of up to 500 euros and immediate expulsion from the city. 4. Walking around in swimwear or shirtless. Unlike coastal towns, Venice is a city, not a beach. Walking around shirtless or in swimwear can get you fined up to 250 euros. 5. Feeding pigeons in St. Mark's Square. Feeding pigeons has been illegal since 2008 due to their impact on historical buildings. The fine can go up to €500. 6. Dragging luggage with noisy wheels. The noise from wheeled suitcases damages Venice's old streets. Rolling large suitcases over bridges may result in a fine. 7. Using private docks or sitting on the edge of canals. Venice's docks are privately owned, and sitting on them is illegal. Many areas are also unsafe, increasing the risk of falling into the water. 8. Riding boats or gondolas incorrectly. Standing in a gondola or jumping between boats is strictly forbidden. It's dangerous and disrespectful to gondoliers. 9. Blocking narrow streets and bridges. Venice has small alleys and bridges. Blocking pedestrian flow, stopping for long photos, or sitting in the middle of walkways is against the rules. 10. Cycling in the historic center, unlike other cities. Bicycles are completely banned in Venice, including pushing them through pedestrian areas. 10 forbidden things for tourists in Sicily. 1. Touching or taking lava rocks from Mount Etna. Removing lava rocks or sand from Mount Etna is illegal. It is considered environmental damage and authorities may fine you if caught. 2. Swimming in unauthorized areas. Some beaches and coastal areas like Scala dei Turchi have restricted access. Swimming in dangerous or protected waters can result in fines. 3. Littering or leaving trash on the beach. Sicily is cracking down on littering, especially in popular beaches like Mondello, San Vito lo Capo, and fines can be up to €500. 4. Driving in ZTL in cities like Palermo, Catania, and Taormina, there are restricted zones for residents only. Entering without permission results in a fine of €80, €300. 5. Buying fake designer goods from street vendors. Purchasing counterfeit handbags, sunglasses, or shoes from illegal vendors can result in a fine of up to €7,000. 6. Feeding street cats or dogs in certain areas. While many Sicilians love animals, feeding stray animals in protected areas or historical sites is forbidden in some cities to prevent overpopulation. 7. Climbing or damaging historical landmarks. Sicily has ancient Greek ruins like the Valley of the Temples and Roman amphitheaters. Climbing or vandalizing them can result in legal action and high fines. 8. Taking a volcanic stone from the Aeolian Islands. It's illegal to take volcanic stones or black sand from the Aeolian Islands. Authorities check bags at airports and ports. 9. Walking around shirtless in cities while acceptable at the beach. Walking shirtless in cities like Palermo, Catania, or Syracuse can lead to fines as it's considered disrespectful. 10. Ignoring mafia-related tourism rules. While the mafia is a part of Sicily's history, openly asking locals about it can be seen as offensive. Some towns have strict policies against mafia tourism.